Frans from Sweden has just... Frans from Sweden has just had his first rehearsal at Eurovision 2016. You guys, I think he owes me a big apology. I am so disappointed in this. I mean, I knew he was going to keep it simple. He was going to cut and paste from Melodifestivalen. But at this point, I just find this really boring. And I think that might be because I binge listened and after Melodifestivalen, I was like, ooh, this could be the winner. Loop, loop, loop. But I really regret that now. He's wearing street clothes, or rather he wore street clothes during his first rehearsal. And I'm going to assume that is his costume because he's going for that boy next door kind of non-glam finish. At one point towards the end, this is one of the few changes, he walks into like a runway or a podium in the middle of the audience, and I don't think it fits with this. I think for a stadium rock song, that would be amazing. For like an upbeat dance number, that would be amazing. But this is not the kind of song where you kind of get funky and move. It's better in a quiet situation. It was on the stage solo.
Yeah. I think the simplicity is nice after all the chaos and mayhem we saw in other acts, but I'm not sure if it will stand out. It stands out now because we've seen everything, but when it's in the final it will be song number 9 and there's going to be 26 songs. So will people remember it that long? For that long? Because Måns, I know Måns was he number 10 maybe, but he had the screens. There's nothing to remember about Frans. But saying that, his song is very current, it's very chart friendly, it's already been played on the radio, so I think maybe we're being overly critical because we're so familiar.
I'm way more positive about this. I already like the song, I already liked Frans, but I do think after seeing all these rehearsals today, they were having like those big dresses and big stagings and everything, and now it was really like, okay, I can sit down, relax and just watch this. I really like that, and I think that the people at home will also have that feeling, especially when there are so many songs in the final, so that was really good. I do think that Frans, he's really like laid back, like okay, I'm just going to do this, blah blah blah. And I hope he will be a little more enthusiastic. I know it's not him to be really like, oh, that's not him, but a little more, like a little smile or something, that would be nice. Also, I thought that his voice wasn't that great today, but still, I mean, it's a first rehearsal and maybe he's going to save his voice, he can do that, but I do think that the staging, it was really like Melodifestivalen, but I really liked that, and I did like that platform in the middle.
Okay.
I really loved it. It was something different, and it was also showing like those yellow and those black lights. I think it is something good, especially with the crowd that is, I mean, do you remember Anouk? Of course you remember her. She was also standing here. It was a quiet song from Anouk, and this is like the same. It's a quiet song. It can work.
But that's why I think Anouk didn't do as well as we all hoped, because there were flags waving all around her while she was standing there singing this kind of meditative song. In any event, I totally agree with you on the charisma. He needs to bring some charisma. He almost felt wooden or dead on that stage.
Yeah.
It's not going to win votes, but in his favor, his staging is the only staging I can remember clearly. I know everything that happened, whereas for some of the other acts like Malta, I get so confused when I try to replay it in my head. So yes, Frans' simplicity may win the day.
Yeah, well, there's nothing going on to forget. It's just blackness and sorry flashes up on screen. But yeah, I think he's still a strong contender for victory, but I don't think it's the winning song.
I agree. This doesn't feel like the winner to me. I think it's still in contention. One other point, at one point there's an aerial shot where it kind of zooms back and you see him standing there and there's a small white light and then a lyric is displayed behind his head. I thought that was a very nice touch, actually. It made it a bit more interesting, because if it's just man singing in box, you get bored of box and want to kick box and, depack box. In any event, yes.
Yeah, well, I do think that it will be top 10. I do think it will be top 5, even that. Especially since everything is so simple and that the song is really non-Eurovision. I mean, it works in his favor. But I don't think it will win. I don't think we will be in Sweden. We've seen better rehearsals, not that many today, but we've seen better rehearsals. But it's still really good and it will do well.
That's what we think. What do you think? You can let us know here on wiwibloggs.
And hit subscribe.
And you have to like.
See you later. Bye!